Hi everybody. Okay, so just getting ready. Let's move that out the way. So welcome to today's video, which is the karmic law of tarot. So go catch yourself a brew. I really need to just relax right now and ground myself. I'm kind of feeling really out of sorts today. So if you're here, say hi, introduce yourself. It's nice when people introduce themselves because I think part of the witches community, the psychic spiritual community, it's nice to get to know each other and have a chit chat as well. I don't want my page or my community just being like a flip through for freebie hunters to grab a free tarot when they feel like it and then jump on to the next reading from the other tarot reading. If you're here for that, you might as well just hit the block button. So because sorry folks, can't be handling that. Okay, so if you're here, say hi. Oh, hi Faye, it's lovely to see you. So are you a newbie, Faye, or have you been regular? Now, I'm going to be talking about the karmic law of tarot. What I'm going to do is, you're new. Oh, it's lovely to have you with us. Absolutely wonderful. Don't forget to hit the follow button if you enjoy my content. It's lovely to have you with us. I'll look out for you when I'm doing readings. Okay, so more about that later though. Yeah, thank you for the hearts. If you like this content, please hit the hearts. It really helps me. Okay, it helps get this, very important bit of education, witchy education, tarot education out as well for some lovely people who may really benefit from it. Because not everybody knows about the karmic law of tarot. Lovely roses there. Thank you, Shannon. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for the gifts. Share as well. I'm going to share it too. There's a little arrow just down here. It goes to the right. If you tap on that, you'll be able to share it to your friends and family. But the great thing about it as well is there's like a little yellow button that comes up this side. And if you tap that, that should allow you to repost to newsfeed, which I think is wonderful. Now, unfortunately, I can only share, I believe, a maximum of 15. It won't allow me to share to everyone. Different platforms, different rules. Oh wow, thank you Emma for the fluffy hearts. Now while I'm talking about this topic today, join in, ask questions, talk to yourself. We're witches community, we're spiritual people, join in, have fun. Okay, no question is too odd or silly. I love questions, and also talk to each other, bounce off each other. That's what we're here for. So thank you for the hearts and the gifts and the sharing. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to hit follow and let's go on. So we got the karmic law of tarot. Does anybody know what the karmic law of tarot? Now here it's actually spelt wrong. It's meant to be law as in Lore, but it's been spelt wrong there by my creator. So it's actually the karmic law, but doesn't matter. We're learning. Okay, so has anybody heard of the karmic law of tarot? Do you know what it is? Have you any idea? Let me know before we go on. I'd love to hear if anybody's heard of it. Any witches? I think a lot of traditional witches would know it. Psychics. Or you may not have. Let me know below. Just tap in. If not, I'll let you know about it. It's very important law. And I think in modern times, the problem is it's got lost. And this is how tarot is abused in the modern times. Bad idea. Bad idea in many, many ways. Okay, let's talk about that. Now, as you know, the tarot is a sacred tool. It's the sacred art of witches, spiritual people, psychics, oracles. Call them what you like. It is witchcraft. Regardless of if someone fluffs it up, sticks cherries on the tarot, or puts funny cartoons on the pictures, it's still tarot, it's witchcraft. A lot of people have wanted to fluff the tarot up, have wanted to make it be something else because they don't want to think of it to being witchcraft. Well, I can assure you, witchcraft is a beautiful thing. It will empower you and help you as women and gents, and to really have control over your own life, reach your destiny and get to where you want to be. Not everybody has the gift of tarot, and not everybody should. It is given by the universe for a reason. Those reasons are many and few between, often of really, what could we say, some really very rich testimonies you will hear from witches and psychics, how they got the gift. The gift is not given easily by the universe, neither is it free. Universal gifts are never free, as we all know as witches, that we earn our gifts from the universe, and be that through life and retributions. They are never given freely. So when I hear often ignorant people on these posts I saw this morning going on about, oh, but your gift is free, you should give it free. Excuse me, the gift wasn't free. It was given by the universe, but it wasn't free. I often tell them to go and educate themselves because I really haven't got time to educate them myself. Okay, so, and regardless if it wasn't, it was earned, and the universe is another kind of teacher, if you like. The universe is the teacher. When we look into the tarot, we have the Hierophant. He's the teacher of the tarot. He's often seen as the teacher of life. We don't just have to go to school to learn things. But those who are naturally psychic or naturally witches, it is a gift. And that's where I'm talking from. So let's have a look. Shanine says, I have had relatives that we did a family tree that go back. That's wonderful. So your grandma taught you about the karmic law. Did she teach you about the karmic law of tarot, Shanine? Did she teach you of that one? I'm guessing she was a witch. Am I right? Did she teach you about the karmic law of tarot? If she didn't, okay, I think this might kind of like you understand it more than someone who doesn't know the karmic law. Yes, it's about tarot. And yes, oh, that's interesting. I'd love you to stay here. I'd love to hear your opinions on this. This sounds wonderful. You're in the right place. Thank you for the gifts. That's really kind. Thank you. Cassie, wonderful. Absolutely. How fab. So basically, back in the old days, going back to 250 BC, kind of everybody was pagan. Okay, there was no religion. Everybody was pagan. We didn't even call it paganism, okay? I'm not going to go into the history too much, okay, because I'll end up being here forever. But we all were spiritual. There was no religion. There was one way, just spiritual. And that was the way it was. Now, people didn't have a lot of money, so they used to exchange with goods. So it could be meat, it could be like the Vikings, it could be fruit, it could be sitting down looking after the kids, it could be telling a story at dinner time and the garage, just like the Vikings did. So there used to be a lot of wise women back then. There was the wise women of the village, and they were the psychics, the spiritual, the witches, and they were honoured and looked upon as sacred beings who had gifts, sacred gifts from the universe. They had earned them. Fortunately, we have lost this sacredness about witches and psychics now. In modern times, it's a kind of like everybody seems to be a witch. Go to Asda, pop on their witch t-shirt, and all of a sudden a witch. I'm sorry, folks, it doesn't work quite that way. It never has. And just because we're in modern times doesn't mean witchcraft has changed. It don't work that way. Guys, the universe writes the rules, we don't. Okay, so what happens basically is back in the old days, someone would go to a wise woman. Now, in exchange, they would not dare knock on that wise woman's door and ask for a reading free. They would actually not dare. They knew that they would get the karmic law of tarot. So hang on, folks, I'm not frightening you. I'll go on to the free things in a minute and how you can get that. Okay, there is ways. Okay, so what they used to do is they used to offer her, normally it'd be meat if they were wealthy, or they would offer fruit, things like that, or, you know, things, generally that was the way. If they weren't so wealthy, it would be fruit. If they were really wealthy, they'd offer meat. And it wouldn't be judged on what they gave. It would be judged on who they are and how much they are, how they get what they gave the rich. It was, you know, the universe doesn't go by standards of how much, it goes by standard who they are and how much they can give. So a rich man can give a lot more than a poor man, but a poor man might only be able to give an apple, where the rich man gives the apple. The rich man has got bad karmic law because he could have given meat. Does that make sense? Okay, so what used to happen is they used to exchange like that. It's called an energy exchange. Okay, so has anybody heard of energy exchange? It's where we give something and we receive something. Okay, now energy exchange does not have to be the same thing. Okay, and this is where the karmic law of tarot comes in. So, for example, you could give somebody something, say you gifted them a cup of tea. They could do the dishes or in exchange. Or you could be up all night counselling somebody and the next day they could take you out for the day. So it's like that karmic balance. And you will hear me say it again, again. As a witch on this channel, the universe cannot survive without balance. It is demanded. And if the universe cannot survive without balance, how can you, how can I, how can any of us? In fact, we see it in modern day time all the time. Nature is breaking down. We have the greedy, we have the poor, we have this separation, and we have chaos because there's no balance of give and take. There's take. That's a pretty easy one, but there's not enough give. And this is when the universe falls down and we always wonder why, you know, everything's going kind of a bit wonky. Okay? So that's how that works. So back in pagan times, there is actually something called the Karmic law of tarot, and it's a witchcraft law because tarot is witchcraft. And it is said that the tarot is a sacred tool. We should not give our gifts freely, okay? Because we have the Karmic law attached. Now, how does that work when someone wants a free reading? Okay, Ashley, I'm not doing free readings. You might want to listen to this first before you go on. Okay, it will be unrecorded. I will be doing free readings later. But that reminds me, let's talk about that. So free readings, how does it work with a witch who knows the Karmic law and knows it stands, it's real, it's never gone, it's been around since the beginning of witchcraft, beginning of time? Well, when we give a free reading, we expect an energy exchange back because we need to keep the balance of karma, the Karmic law. So how can we do that? Well, first, a free reading is you are not entitled to a free reading. None of you. Not from me, not from a psychic, not from a witch. You are given it as a gift. Now, as that gift is given to you, okay, myself, I respect my energy and I respect the Karmic law. So I will gift that reading to you if you're lucky enough to be chosen and the universe and spirits tell me to choose you. But what we need to fill the gap of that Karmic law of give and take. So what I expect when I give a free reading is that person has done lots of likes. That person has shared this post. Or, you know, if I'm doing a live reading, that person is following, which I normally say anyway, and I take it for granted people should know, really, unless they're a bit of a greedy so-and-so and they're one of these people who go hopping from witch to witch, and yeah, not a good idea at all, and we can do another video on that. And basically I ask then for them to do a review afterwards, be it good or bad. No, I've always had good reviews. You can see my page. I'm a professional gifted witch and psychic, and I'm not afraid to say it. I've earned it. I really have. So they DM it to me if they don't want to go public, and then I put it on my page. Be it good or bad, doesn't matter. Okay, it's still energy. It's an energy exchange. So we've got that energy exchange for that free reading. After that, I do not give free readings to anybody after I've done a first free reading, because my first free reading is very good. It's a good depth reading. I've given it free. I've used a lot of my energy, a lot of my gift. I've channeled spirits. Spirits have given it. They're lucky to be chosen to have free. It's not an entitlement. It was a gift. And they've given that energy back, like liking, following, sharing, and review. Okay? The balance of Karmic law. It's fine. They go away. They've got what they wanted. They've got guidance of spirit. They're feeling happy. They can go on now and use that. I feel good, they've given me a review, they've followed and liked, and I can use that, okay, as a professional witch. So we're all good. The problem comes when someone comes back and keeps asking for free, and they're greedy. They want to zap the witch, they want to zap the psychic, and it's like, what do you want, you know, spirits are saying, universe saying, well, what are you going to give the witch? I'm like, nothing, I just want a free reading. Well, hang on, that's called greed. Okay, so I don't say nothing, okay, because why should I? But I'm telling people now in the Karmic law of tarot, I'm like, it is common sense. It's not the Karmic law of tarot common sense. We don't take like a greedy so-and-so. We know common sense about give and take. We wouldn't go out there and take, oh, confetti, thank you, Shannon. Go to, I don't know, give me some ideas. We go and ask somebody to walk our dog for an hour and not give them anything? No, you'd be seen as a scoundrel. Would you go to Asda and pick up a loaf of bread and walk out the door? It's called stealing. You'll be punished, okay? Well, it's the same with the Karmic law of tarot. You'll be punished, okay? So basically, the witch can give you another free reading. She can give you another 100 free readings if you like. But she didn't make the rules. The universe did. It's witchcraft. The Karmic law of tarot. When somebody is forever giving you a free reading, you're not giving back anything to that person. Okay, so that is, most people need to be paid. Unfortunately, we cannot pay the rent with tarot cards. If only I'd be living in a mansion right now. Don't you think? My goodness, if only I could feed my family on tarot cards, then, crikey, my cupboard would be filled. But that's not life. So the witch and the psychic expects to get paid because money is energy. Without money, we cannot survive. We lose our homes, we go hungry, we can't look after our family. So if you've had a free reading of somebody and you thought, that was accurate, that was good, you have been gifted with that gift from the universe and spirit, and you can use that, and that's such a privilege. And you've given something back. You've liked, you've followed, you shared, you reviewed. But the next time you need to pay money, because money is going to help that witch survive. It's going to help them pay the bills, as they're not going to be on TikTok very long, because they're going to have to go and work in Tesco's or something really boring that they don't want to do, is not part of their destiny path, and their gifts are just used up because of greedy people. So my advice to people is the karmic law of tarot. Having free readings is you're never entitled. If you get picked, boom, lucky you've got that gift from spirit and that witch or psychic. Don't forget to like, follow, share, and leave a review. All those lovely things you can do. If you can't share, that's fine. If you can't do something, that's not your fault. The universe will listen to that. It doesn't go around judging people on things they can and can't do. It's more about intent. Does that make sense? It's about intent of the heart. But if you keep coming back to a witch and a psychic and asking for reading, you know you're getting something enough and you're using that witch. Oh, there's a spider. Hang on.
Oh, where?
It's down there. Spiders mean... It's gone now. Spiders. Okay, you're being greedy. You're taking... It's not the witch is going to get you. Okay, we're not going to get you. We ain't got the power to do that. But the universe has. It's called the karmic law of tarot. It will take off you. Okay? In some form. Energy form. Who knows what? I don't know. I've never done it. I'm not that greedy. I don't disrespect other witches and psychics. It will take off you, okay, in your life. So when people come back to me and they're like, going on and on, I want a free reading, life's really horrible right now. I'm like, are you going to which witch? And it's like asking for free readings. They're like, yeah, all the time I go from which witch. Have you ever paid for that reading? No. What do you expect? There's your karmic law of tarot. The universe is draining you. You can't get to where you're going because you're using other people. So the universe is going to use you and take off you. And that is the karmic law of tarot. And it's about time people grew a pair and started learning about respecting witches, psychics, and the sacred art of tarot. I didn't make the rules, guys, so you can't shoot the messenger. But the universe did. You can always have a word with the universe if you're big enough. So I hope that helps today, and I hope it clears things up. Because people on my page, if there's anyone here that goes from reader to reader to reader, you might as well leave now and leave my page and unfollow, because I'm not interested. I will just block you anyway when I sneak you out. I'll get there first. But if you're really serious about having a reading that is accurate from a witch, because I am a witch and I am a psychic and I am a professional. Okay, this is the way I earn a living, just like you have to earn your living. Thank you for the gifts. That's lovely, Channing. I have to pay rent. I have to pay my bills. I have to look after the family, just like you do with your money, if you work or whatever you do in life. Okay, this is mine. Okay, so yes, I do expect first reading's a gift, and if you're chosen, you're very lucky, and I wish you the best. And that you will be giving that back in energy by liking, like I said, following and sharing and leaving a review. We're balanced. We're happy. They keep coming back to me for free reading. Now, if you don't know about the karmic law of tarot, of course I'm going to forgive you and go, that's okay. Let's educate you. I understand. You might not have known that. And most people are like, oh, I see. I didn't know. And that's okay. I might have kind of blush a little bit because you've been greedy. But that's okay because that's human nature and we can get over that, okay? It's about what you do going forward, okay? If you want an accurate reading, a reading that's accurate, that you're going to take away and use. It's going to help you move forward, move boundaries, move boulders, get you on your destiny path, get you in with that right person, get you away from that bad person, get you where you need to be on a happy level. I can give that to you, and I will give you my best as a professional psychic and witch who is accurate. You can see my reviews, okay? I've earned my gift and I will give it to you. but I won't be taken advantage of. I won't. So I expect to be paid, because I too have to pay my rent and feed my family. So that's what the karmic law of tarot is here to help us with. It protects the witch. Well says Stephanie. Oh, bless you. You are lovely. Lane says, questions later, Lane. Lane, have you ever had a free reading of me? I recognise you, but have you ever had a free reading of me? Out of curiosity. I do recognise you. I don't know if you have, though. Let me know. But yeah, do you know? No, you haven't. Okay, so Lane, watch this. I'm going to download it so you can watch it. Free readings are not entitlements. They're giving us gifts in exchange for liking, following, and a review, Lane. And I can only choose a few people a day because I get burned out and I have to go and work, okay, to earn money, pay my rent. And that's through readings. That's my gift. That's my readings. But of course, I can't give them out all the time, Lane. You could be waiting years to have a free reading, or you could be waiting 24 hours. I don't know. It's not up to me. It's up to spirits. But the best thing to do, if you want a budget reading, if you can't afford a reading with me that's private, I understand that. That's why I do TikTok live readings, which are half the price of a private reading. And you can get that on my readings. You just literally go to TikTok live readings. I tell you on the show, turn up for my lives. If you want one of them, just go to the top of my page, hit the bell, Lane, and I give you notifications. The best way to get a reading off me is TikTok live reading. If you don't want to wait for my live and you've got a few more pennies, okay, you can have a private reading, which is a bit more expensive, okay, but it's all about budget, isn't it, and energy and what you can afford and what you can put in, and I will give back to you equal with spirit. Okay, so Shannon says, do you do private readings or full readings? I do. Do you do private readings? I do private readings, yes. Full readings, absolutely. And of course, payment to be made. Yeah, Shannon, if you go, I tell you what, I've just made it easier today. I've put in a link. If you go to the top of my link, top of my page, there's a link. Press on the link. It will say book a private reading here. Literally, when you press the link, you go into my link tree, and you show all these little barriers down. And it says book a private reading. You just tap on that. And it tells you how much you need to pay. And then literally within 24 hours, I say 24 hours, normally like within an hour, pending if I'm with clients, okay, you'll get an email from me. Oh, fantastic, you're booked in. And you'll be able to reply to me with questions, with, is it going to be about love, money, career, spiritual, or generally do you need spirit to tell you what you need to know to get on the right path, okay, to get that happiness, that destiny, that success. And my private readings come in audio, so they're sent to your email by a link, and you keep it forever, and that's the fantastic thing about it. You keep it forever. You can go on with your shopping or doing some nice things for your children, and then what happens is at the end of the day, okay, because I go through a list, it'd be there. And I do actually message people on TikTok to remind them, hey, readings in your email, just in case they don't check their email all the time. I like to do that too. And then you just press it and you sit back and you listen to a full reading. Full readings are 20 minutes, okay? They are intense, they are in depth. They don't just go telling you fluffy things, okay? They tell you real things about you personally, your life, what spirits can see and what you need to do and what you maybe not need to do. How you can get onto your destiny path, what you're meant to be doing here in this life, and how you can take those step goals. And that goes into about relationships, money, work, career, or just general your life and your gifts and talents. They're very intense readings. You can keep them forever. You can send them to friends and family if you want to. But remember, they are private and they are just for you. Okay? That's how my private readings work. TikTok live readings, they're basically the same, but the only difference is they're not sent to you. They're done live, and they're less. They're normally about 10 minutes, and obviously everybody can hear your business. But most people don't mind that. I mean, I wouldn't mind that unless there's something like you don't like that, and that's completely understandable. I get that. Or it's something very personal to you, and you don't want people listening, which is completely normal. Okay, but it's really different people for different things. Some people don't mind having live readings, some people like private, but they are half the price. And I think that's a good thing, because those who can't afford a reading with me can have a TikTok live reading. And it's covering all classes of, and everybody's budgets, which I think is important, of which that we do reach everybody's budgets and help everybody. So it's a way of working, but we're still getting that karmic law of balance. We're still getting, the witch is getting paid so she can pay her bills and look after her family and continue her gift and helping people, and you're getting the reading to help you reach your destiny paths, overcome obstacles, and really, you know, change your life for the better if you need to, or if you don't need to, check if everything's okay and if anything you need to do, which is often a good thing. So I hope this explains the karmic law of tarot. I'm going to look at any questions. Pop any questions up now if you have any. Hi Sabrina, it's good to see you. Okay, just found me, says Stephanie. Are you following, Stephanie? It's good to see you. Okay, so let's have a look. So don't forget to follow if you like my content. I'm not for everybody. I'm not meant to be for everybody. No psychic or witch is meant to be everybody. But for some people, I'm going to really relate to you. And you're going to love the way I talk. I'm straight talking. I put it out there. No BS. Okay? I say that as it is. If you like that, you're on the right page. I don't sugarcoat anything. I literally say it as it is. Just as we've done with the Karmic Law Tarot. I don't believe in sugarcoating anything. Because we haven't got time for that, ladies, have we? We've got things to do. We've got families to look after. We've got a destiny. We've got a job, okay, on this life to get happy, stop surviving, start living. So don't BS anyone. I get straight to the point. Okay, so you're definitely the witch for me, Stephanie. I like that, Stephanie. You're in my tribe. Okay, so any questions, if you like my way of working? Okay, that's good. Then you're meant to be here. If not, that's fine. If I'm not for you, that's fine. Of course, you can unfollow or go somewhere else. It doesn't matter to me. I'd rather you did if you didn't think you was with me, because I don't want to attract the wrong people. I want to attract the right people. I don't want to be wasting my time, your time, or Spirit's time. But the people that are for me, I'm going to put my damn best into. And Spirit are definitely going to support you. So that's how it works. Thank you for the fluffy heart. I guess you're my people. I love it. Lane, Stephanie. There was a few others. Sorry, I didn't catch your names. Let's have a look. See, Donna. Oh, and if I've missed anybody, you're lovely. Jackie says, will Zep come to me? Jackie, will Zep to me? Lane, you've asked that question a few times. What you need to do, Jackie, if you really need this reading, you've asked me a few times on this video, go to the top of my link, Jane. Lane. Go to the top of my page, tap the link, go to book a private reading, and you'll find out. Okay, I will do that reading within 48 hours to 72 hours. I don't like keeping people waiting. There's nothing worse than waiting for a reading when you really need to have an answer like that, Lane. Okay, I do same day readings, but if you want to upgrade your same day reading, obviously, that's what I call my overtime. You just message me and say, hey, I've booked in a reading. Can I have same day? And there will be an extra fee because that time is away from my family. That's overtime. That's away from I'm being away from my darling, from my children. So there will be a small fee added for that. But that you just DM for that. But if not, I don't like people creating. There's nothing worse than waiting for reading. I know. It's like it just grinds, doesn't it? Grates you. So I tend to keep to 48 hours to 72 hours. And I tend to keep my clients within that threshold so everybody's happy. Donna, it's good to see you. Okay. So I've just noticed you answered it a few times, Lane. So I hope that helps you. Okay, I really do. Okay, so any more cards? If I can't see your comment, I'm sorry, I do yap. It's one thing I do, as long as you don't mind yapping. Because I will yap, and I will talk. That's pretty prepared. Where do I click, Lane? Okay, so you go to my page and literally the link is on top of my page. If you have some tech problems, you don't know how to do it, don't worry. Just message me, Lane. If you go to my picture there, see it, tap on that. Either message me and I'll send you the details. Okay, we'll sort it out from there. Okay, or go to my picture there and literally that'll be my profile and there'll be a link at the top of my profile. You actually see it. It says book here. Tap that. But some people struggle with tech and I get it. I mean, I did. I remember I had to learn how to turn a computer on from my darling daughters. They're grown up now in university and careers. So I get it. So just message me and I'll help you out. So there's always, where there's a will, there's a way, Lane. We'll get you there. We'll get you there. With a bit of patience, we'll get you there. Okay? Ah, that's nice, lovely lady. Yep, away, Stephanie. Yeah, that's it. Always away. Okay, so I'm going to finish up. I sort of got, like, I could sit on here having a brew with you, talking to you for hours. I was a kid. I love talking. Okay, especially if it's witchcraft. But I can't because I've got things to do. I've got readings booked today. I want to do a TikTok live. I kind of wait for that time when spirits are like bubbling inside me, like, go on live, TikTok reading. So I might actually do that in a minute, but I think I need to have something to eat first. It's all right for spirits saying, go on live. But it's like, man, you know, this vessel gets old. This vessel gets worn out, okay? This vessel is definitely getting old and it needs some food right now. So, yeah. Subscribe, Lane. You can subscribe. To subscribe, there's a little, I tell you about that, Lane. That's a really interesting thing. What you get as a subscriber. I haven't really mentioned it because I just haven't had time. So if you're a subscriber, okay, I'll tell you how to subscribe in a minute. You do get a full private reading every month anyway. On the first of the month, every month, all my subscribers get a private reading sent straight to their email of 20 minutes. And just before that, they get asked, they normally do, send me like any questions or areas they want me to look at. Or if they don't, they get general, what spirits think that they need to hear. And that's a subscriber. So it's quite a good subscription. So literally, if you want to subscribe, down the bottom, I think it's a little star. It's a little star. You press on the star. And that's it. That's all you do. You should unsubscribe when you don't want to. Not everybody wants to say, because, money and things like that. And that's fine. But as long as you're subscribed, you will get that guaranteed personal reading, tarot reading, psychic reading from me in your email as an audio reading, which you keep forever, is yours every single month. So it's great for people who like to keep on track on their life, goal setters, people who like to make sure they're getting the best out of life and sort of tracking things like that. Career people often do it, or people trying to head for like money or relationships or just goals in general. Or some people just subscribe and just decide that, they have a few and then they come back later. Whatever suits you, really. It's there for you, isn't it? They'll, use it as you want. You sent a message, Lane. That's good. I will get back onto that in a minute. I do need something to eat first and then I will help you, Lane. That's what I'm here for. To help you with anything that you're not sure about and get you on the right track. So I hope that's helped you today. I'm going to download this video and I'm going to put it on my other platform. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this on TikTok, other platforms, but the one with videos? Not videos, wait. I don't know. If anyone can type that up for me, the platform where you watch, I call it videos because I'm old. What do you call it? What do you call it? Does anybody call it different? Yeah, that's it, Stephanie. I wasn't sure if I'm blushing now a bit. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say it on TikTok because they got really strict rules. And I thought, does anybody say videos anymore? I don't know. I do. Okay, folks. So again, click on my link on top of my page. You'll be able to find that channel. I show all this stuff on there. You need to watch it. You're allowed to. Oh, that's good. That's good, Stephanie. Thank you for that. I'm gonna go now because, like I said, I don't be quiet. I just won't leave you alone chatting. Okay, don't forget to put your notifications on, bell on top of my page. Just press the bell, press any, and TikTok will let you know when I'm on later. Catch you soon. Bye, everybody. Thanks for the gifts as well and all the likes. Bye-bye.